There has been about 1 million reviews on AirPods Pro on YouTube on channels much bigger than mine, and quite honestly, AirPods reviews have been done to death. So I won't be going over what features they have and what they can do, such as noise cancellation, transparency mode, squeeze, touch, wireless charging, but more about what you can expect when you use them. Do these features work? Are they really a big deal? So if you buy them, like I did, you won't be disappointed, like I was, as my expectations were so high after watching lots of super positive reviews. I'm not saying I hate them or anything, just don't believe everything that you see or hear. Just to point out before we begin that I bought the Apple AirPods Pro about a month ago and I've been using them ever since. I also own a pair of AirPods which I bought for my wife, and before that I had never used any sort of Apple AirPods at all, other than just a little test that maybe lasted about 30 seconds. First off, let's talk about connectivity to the iPhone. You can believe all the reviews on this as they connect straight out of the box and as soon as you open them up. It can take about 5 seconds for the pairing screen to appear on your iPhone, and once that appears, it's just a simple case of sticking them in your ears. You'll then hear a little noise in your ear to signal to you that they're connected. Once connectivity is established, going forward, it's just a case of putting them in and out of your ears and they will automatically pair up. Except if you've connected them to more than one Apple device, like a MacBook or an iPad. And we'll talk about that just a little shortly, as I now want to tell you about how to connect them to a second device like my MacBook Pro. To set them up with the MacBook Pro, you have to long press the button on the back like you would any other Bluetooth headphone, and then you'll see them appear on the Bluetooth preferences page and you connect them that way. So once a second connection has been established, you'll have to tell whatever device you're using to connect them to, which is really simple to do. It's just not automatic that I was led to believe. On the MacBook Pro, all you have to do is click on the little icon screen at the top of your screen, click on the AirPods Pro, which to be honest, I guess makes sense because I always have my iPhone with me anyway, and most of the time they will be connected to my iPhone. On an iPhone, you just have to click on the Bluetooth and select them that way if they've been previously connected to your MacBook. It's still the best experience I've ever had connecting any headphones to multiple Apple devices, so I'm not complaining, it's just pointing out the obvious which wasn't obvious to me before I owned them. If though you only ever have to connect them to an iPhone and that you will always be the case, then it's just a case of sticking them in your ear and they will connect. One other minor gripe is that on occasion, and more than it should in my opinion, your iPhone will not automatically connect and you'll have to go through into Bluetooth settings and connect them manually. It doesn't happen that often and it is easy to fix, but it's there all the same, while really it shouldn't be. I've used and tested many noise cancelling over ear headphones in the past from Bose and Sony, and I've been impressed and even amazed by the results. Sadly though, you will not be amazed with the results with the AirPods Pro. Do not believe the reviews on some very big YouTube channels that state how good the noise cancelling is. And some do go into tremendous detail. They just aren't Bose good. Sorry, you can hear that they're doing something to tackle outside ambient noise, make no mistake, but they simply are not in the same league as the Sonys and Boses of this world. Now, for obvious reasons, I've not been able to test these on a plane, but I have tested them on trains and in train stations, and they try to block out the ambient noise, and makes no mistake, they do block out some ambient noise, but nothing that's going to blow you away and amaze you. Sorry Apple, but some improvement is needed at this price point. Now, I've seen reviews where they have turned it on and they've said that they couldn't hear a person talking next to them. That simply is not true. You can hear people talking, the TV, the kids playing. All it does is simply drown out a little hum. So again, I was left a little disappointed by this and a little angry, to be honest, at the exaggerated reviews. The transparency mode, however, is handy, and I would agree with most reviewers when they say that they can hear a big difference when you turn it on, but it doesn't give you super hearing like some reviewers have stated, and if your music is turned up loud, you won't hear what anyone is saying to you. You still have to turn down your music to hear properly. Now, just one last thing on noise cancelling. I am aware of reports of noise cancelling being not as good lately as it was when they first were released, and that apparently has been fixed with the latest firmware update to date, which I have on my AirPods, which is 2D15. I like how comfortable they are compared to other in-ear AirPods. You really can wear them for long periods without too much discomfort, and they do feel like they should be falling out at times, but somehow they don't. I wear them when I go jogging and they never feel like they're going to fall out, even on my most sweatiest and hardest workouts. I'm not going to say that they are so comfortable as to say you'll never cause you to take them out, as they can cause a little mild irritation, but that is very minor and nowhere near the discomfort I've put up with and got used to putting up with other in-ear earbuds. Another thing that can be an issue with earbuds is keeping them clean. I can confirm that they are very easy to keep clean, as they're designed differently from other earbuds that I've used. Take off the ear tip and you'll see it's flatter than other earbuds, so cleaning is a breeze. And top tip time, clean them with Blue Tack. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it just works. To put simply, I wasn't disappointed, especially when I put them up against the regular AirPods, which I've just bought for my wife, so I can say with authority that there is a big upgrade in the sound quality. Bass is more present, and if you turn on bass booster and EQ, it can be thumping. Details such as cymbal crashes are detailed and accurate and not over bright. You can be immersed in your music experience, which is why I wear earbuds or headphones in the first place. I want to be detached from the outside world and be alone in my thoughts without outside interruptions, and I can with AirPods Pro, especially as they are light and comfortable to wear. They are also loud, which Apple have never been that great at doing in the past. I've always wanted to turn up the volume more than I can, as it's usually not loud enough, but you rarely have to use full volume unless you really want to immerse yourself. Speaking of full volume, even when on the volume's maximum setting, the music is not distorted, it's just loud. These will undoubtedly not be the best sounding earbuds in this price bracket, as you always have to pay the Apple tax, especially here in the UK compared to the States, as these cost the same in pounds as they do in US dollars, even though I can still get $1.20 to my pound at the time of this review. So they're not the cheapest, but I'm used to paying extra for Apple, so I wasn't saddened or disappointed when I used them. Can I just add, I do believe, although Apple say otherwise, that they do need to be worn in to get the best sound out of them. I definitely do think they sound better now as I'm writing this review than when they did when I first used them, so my advice is use them a lot and they will sound better. What can I say about wireless charging? Yeah, it works as described, so no complaints. Same with battery life. Battery life is good. Apple don't lie with their estimations. I'm happy with the Apple life, even with noise cancellation on. If I wanted extra battery life, then I could always turn off noise cancelling and transparency mode. They're easy to charge, so I've never actually worried about battery life ever. I like them. I do like them. I like easy connectivity, even though it's not perfect. I like the comfort, even though it's not perfect. I like the noise cancelling, even though it's not perfect. That's how I would sum up the Apple AirPods Pro. They're not perfect, but I bet you'll like them, and just maybe love them.